Today we're looking at this plate 1.14 of the Charles Bargue and Gerome drawing course. The reason I'm mentioning a little bit more about Gerome is actually Gerome was older and he tutored Charles Bargue. This drawing course has been edited by Gerald M. Ackerman, and I think he's done a really fine job in explaining things. You can also download it on Internet Archive for free, although I really do recommend that you go ahead and give them a donation. You can also get this enlarged image. You can download it for free from my Charles Bargue drawing course group. Free and encouraging group on Facebook. Basically, you just download this and print it off on an A4 or a 8.5 by 11 if you're in the States or in North America.
What would you ask? Win an hour of talking about your art with me. Details to enter are in the description below. I begin by creating a box from the extreme points of the plate. This view of the hand offers plenty of angles and other geometric shapes with which to work.
This is the basic outline of plate 1.14, which is the hand grasping the whetstone. I actually started out with 2B and I thought, no, I don't want to quite do that. I erased it and I switched to 2H.
Now I lay in the overall abstract shadow shapes with 2H. Then I switch to 2B to lay in the darkest values in the form and in the cast shadows.
I'm always studying abstract shapes. There's almost like from here across over to here, there's a type of almost equilateral triangle. All right, we got fresh eyes on this. I can see a few things I'd like to do. I want to thin up that thumb area just a little bit. It's always good to come back at it with fresh eyes.
I continue laying in the darker values within the shadow area, being careful not to darken the reflective light bouncing off the third and fourth fingers. I cut in sharper light values with my eraser, which has been edged with a utility knife.
I'm reasonably satisfied with this. What I'm going to do now is actually study this just a little bit more because it gives me a better idea of any kind of reflective shadows. There is variation inside that shadow there that I can't make out as much as I'd like.
I continue to simply darken the deepest values in the shadow and make sure the reflective shadows are of the appropriate value, which means they will be darker than the darkest value in the light area that is showing form. In the form shadow, the darkest value will be between the intermediate value closer to the light and the value shown in the reflective shadow. The intermediate value graduates to lighter values as it gets closer to the source light.
This will do. I've actually got a nicer, thicker paper diary, but I've been wanting to save it for other things. I think I might end up using it for this as well. I want to continue what I've done on YouTube so far. I want to keep it all on this one place. This is back, was a preliminary drawing for the one that I did of my dad. So I started out in charcoal. Diaries actually can end up being a history of your progression of art. I've got lots of old diaries lying around. If you'd like to see some of my old diaries, let me know in the comments. I've got all of the Charles Bargue on it. If you notice, I started out with charcoal and I found it much too frustrating, and now I'm doing it all in graphite. Graphite has its own problems. There's that one, That's the last one we did. It's nice to have a record all in one picture. Part of the thing for me too is I'm thinking of posterity, because I've done a lot of artwork and they may want to know, why did you do this? You know, they might want to know a little bit more about my artwork, because my family, a lot of them were children when I was doing this. Children are interested in artwork. I don't know that they're necessarily interested in what leads up to a finished piece of work. This by no means is a finished piece of work. I've decided what I'm going to do. It's for a year since COVID and doing the YouTube. And after closing my business, I'm just going to take time to upskill. That's one of the reasons that I'm showing my Ephemeral Perception and talking about the paintings in that. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video. You can see more of my artwork on the all-new BeverlyClaridge.com. Subscribe to my newsletter to be the first to know what's on my easel. The details to join are in the description below. Join me on Facebook. And join my private and encouraging Charles Bargue drawing group. And follow me on Instagram. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next time.